Hey everyone, today we're gonna be doing a lead code question which is sort colors. So we are given some integer array nums where like every n object colored as red, white and blue. We need to sort them in place. So suppose like there are some objects given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 something like this. So every number corresponding like 0 represent 0 represent red, 1 represent white and 2 represent blue. So we need to sort this color based on this number 0, 1 and 2 without using any inbuilt sorting function, and we also need to do this in place like without taking any extra spaces. So let's see like how to do this question first. Like we will see what this like question expecting us to do. So we'll take the first example from that sheet. So we are given some array, like there's some input I have input. It is like given 2, 0, 2, 1, 1 and 0. So what they are saying, like they required the output in a sorted form. Sorted means 0, 0, 1, 1, 2 and 2. So suppose this is given some color. So if I say like I have some object mapped like this. So 0 represent red, 1 represent white and 2 represent uh, what blue. Okay, so they are saying like these are the objects given in some numerical form in the array. We need to sort this array as per this number. So you can see just like it is asking me to sort this array in the increasing form. So what we can do, like simply we can use the dot sort function. So I'll say okay, this is some array. I'll say okay, array dot sort, so it will do our same thing. But in question they have asked like we cannot use the inbuilt sort function. Okay, we cannot use this inbuilt sort function. Also, so let's see like what are the approaches we have. So the first approach, what we can do, we can use something like hash map, or like you can do some counting. So if I say the initial example, or just I'm showing you what we are doing, trying to say. So we are given a number of containing 0, 1, 2 only. So what we can do, we can create some frequency array map. So I can say okay, I have 0, 1 and 2, so I can create an array of 3 size. I can say array of, you can say array of 3 size, because like we will be storing the object of 0, 1 and 2. So if you say this is array of size 3, but you can say indexing is starting from 0 to 2, because we have array size from 0, you can say array size we have 3, so indexing will be going from 0 to 2. Now what we can do, we can store the frequency of all the elements. So I'll say okay, 0 came how many times, so I can mark this array. So I have array of zeros. I can say okay, it came one time, two times. I'll say okay, array of 0 plus plus, or array of 1 plus plus, array of 2 plus plus. So at last I will be having some array like this. So if I say I have some mapping like this, okay, I have 0, 1 and 2. It is containing the frequency how many times it occurs. So I'll say okay, 0 came how many times, 2 times, 1 came 2 times, 2 also came 2 times in this array. So we have stored the frequency of these numbers, how many times they came. Now again we can loop from 0 to 2, and like I have this element, or I have this number alone, so I can use some for loop. I can iterate from 0 to 2, and I can like append, or I can say I can just simply override this array. I'll just start filling this array like 0 I have 2 times, then I have 1, then I have 2. So I'll iterate over this array. I'll just simply replace the content. So I'll say okay, for I in range 0 to 2. So I'll say okay, 0 came how many times? 2 times. So I'll say okay, replace this one with 0, 0. Again for 1 it is replaced by 1, 1. Again for 2 it is replaced by 2, 2. But if you see what we are doing, like we are using this extra spaces. Now if you not require this array, what you can say, you can have three variables. So I can have zeros variable, I have ones variable, I have twos variables. Okay, I can store the occurrences over here also. Now I can do the same thing again, like I can again override this array, because we are asked to do this in a in place, means in the same array. But one more thing, they are like asking us to do this in like in we can say we are required to do in a single pass. See, this also works, this also works, but the optimized version is like how we can do in a single for loop. So we are required to do like they are asking, can you do it in single loop? Okay, single for loop without extra spaces or extra memory. So yes, there's some famous algorithm name like I'll say Dutch national flag, which is simply like created for this particular question. Like this question itself known as Dutch national flag, because we have some number of 0, 1 and 2 representing some color, red, white and blue. So we need to sort this array in increasing order as per the three numbers. So here we have a property of like uh, three pointers. Okay, so we will be maintaining some three pointers. Suppose I'll take the example again. So I have this example like I have 2, 0, 2, 1, 1 and 0. What I can say, I can start my pointer like I can say like I will be having our low here. I can say I have two pointers like three pointers. So I can say like mid, low and high. This will be like taking care of zeros, this will be taking care of ones and this will be taking care of twos. What I can say, I need to place all the two at the last, so I can have my high over here. Now I'm not sure where my 1 and 0 will come, so I can start my low also from 0 and mid also from 0, where low will be like taking care of all the zeros and mid will be taking care of all the ones. So what I can say, I can iterate over this array using two pointer. I will be iterating like I will be comparing like if mid is less than high, I will be like shifting this pointer and I will be replacing some value in place. So what I can say, okay, I have some value. I'll say okay, just iterate over this array and see if my low is less than high. Yeah, it is fine. Just iterate over this array. So initially we'll see this mid belongs to what number. So if it is 0, it means I have corrected my all the zeros in the first place. So I can move away. If it is 1, I also can move away. But if it is 2, I need to replace with the last element. So if you see, my mid is pointing to 2 now. So I need to place this 2 at the last. What I can say, I can simply replace this particular element with this. Okay, so I'll say, okay, I have replaced my 1 with 0. I can move my mid pointer now a bit forward. So I'll say, okay, I can move my mid over here, or you can say I can decrement my high for now. So I'll say, okay, I have my high. I'll say I'll decremented my high over here. I need to place my 2 again to this element. So now my 2, 1, 2 is placed over here. The remaining 2 need to be placed over here. Okay, we have not placed any 1 and 0 over here. Now if you see, my low and high is placing over here. So what I need to see, if my mid is pointing to some 0, I just need to replace with low and move away. So for any number, my low and mid is at particular same position, I'll just replace this number and I'll move both the pointer to here. So I'll say, okay, this move to low here and mid here. Again, if you see, this is also 0. Similarly, I need to move again to over here and mid to over here. If you see now, I have this number 2 as a mid. So I need to replace the last one, like I need to place this 2 over the last. So what I will be doing, like I will be replacing, like I will be swapping this number with this and I will be like moving my high to one less. So I'll say, okay, high come low, high I pointed over here. I replace this number. So it is 1 and it is 2. Now, if you see, I have moved my low over here. I have I have low and mid over here. Now if you see, I have this number low and mid. Now if you see in the next iteration, my mid is pointing to 1. So I can say, okay, mid is fine. Just move away one place. Similarly, it will go again and again to the last. once mid is less than high. So let me show you with the example of a code how we can do this in the like simplest form, or you can say in the most optimized way. So I have my low, I have my mid starting from 0, I have my highs starting from length of nums -1. Okay, I will be doing this till what? Mid is less than equals to high. I will be swiping it. Now I will be checking if my nums, the particular number at mid, if it is equals to 1 or 0, I'll simply say okay, in this case I need to place my low one step forward. Similarly, I need to place uh, my mid one step forward. So I'll say okay, copy and paste. I'll say okay, mid plus plus. Now in this place also I need to I need to swap my elements. I'll say okay, nums of mid and nums of, like I will be swapping my nums of mid to low. So I'll say okay, replace with the low. So I'm just doing the in place replacing. So I will be copying this particular thing and I will doing the same. So it will be like becoming mid. So mid will be assigned to low and low will be assigned to mid. Okay. So this is I am doing the replacing. Now if it is equals to number equals to what? If my mid is equals to 2, I need to replace with low. So I will be doing something same over here. So I'll say okay, just copy. I will be doing the same over here. Now I need to replace my mid with the high because I need to place my high to the last. I will be doing that. Okay, so I have moved my mid to high and high to mid. I have swapped this number and here I will be decrementing my lows, my highs. At last, if my number equals to 1, so that means I just simply need to move my mid to one step ahead. At last, I can return my array, but if it is asking me to do in place, it means like it is asking me to accept some of the number already. So I'll say okay, this is my number. So I have done sorting over here. It is done in a in place order of n without using any extra spaces in a single pass. So let me submit this code. So I'll submit this code and it is saying me, yeah, it's fine and we have compiled this code successfully. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.